Today we're going to look at the final section in our Understanding Money module of our Personal Finance course. This section is on the effects of rate changes, and it's the last section, as I said. After this section is completed, we'll spend some time consolidating the topics we've covered and then practicing all the related calculations, so particularly the tax calculations, because I know they're quite complex. Okay. So let's have a look at the first part of Understanding Money, Task 5. So inflation. So you'll hear about this in the news. It's quite a political hot topic usually. So inflation is a measure of the average cost of spending over a period of time. And if the cost of the spending increases, then your wages are supposed to increase to cover this increased cost. It doesn't always work like that. I've put a link in the assignment as well to an article in the IE newspaper, which gives you a pretty good explanation of how it all works and how it connects together. So have a read of that as well. Okay, so the rate of inflation for 2020 was only 0.5%, which is really low. The cost of a magazine, £5.50 in 2019. So what would the new price be? So it would increase by 0.5%. So 0.5% divided by 100 times £5.50 means that it went up by 0.0275 pounds. So in effect, that gets rounded to 3p. The magazine should cost £5.53 this year. In reality, a lot of the times, retailers don't usually kind of get to the 1st of January or the 1st of April, it's the financial year, and then decide, right, okay, I'm going to put all the prices up by this amount. This happens gradually throughout the year, and what tends to happen is things don't go up by 2 or 3p like that. There might have a range of magazines, and some of them will go up by 5 or 10p, and other ones maybe won't change. So the average is going to work out at the 0.5%. That's kind of how it works. Okay, so this table. So the first year, 2016, inflation rate of 2.52%. So if you were earning £15,000 and your rate of pay went up with inflation, then in 2017 you would be earning 2.52 divided by 100, which is your 2.52%, times 15,000, so you'd get an additional £378. So you'd be earning 15,378, and then after that you would get 2.68% increase for the 2017 year, which would come out at £412 extra. We'd add that on, and that would mean your salary would be £15,790 and 13p. And then for the last year, your rate of inflation is 1.79 for 2019, 2.48% of £15,790 gives us £391.60 increase. So our new rate of pay would be £16,181.73. Now, the idea behind this is that as inflation increases the cost of buying things, your wages are supposed to go up at around about the same level so that you can still afford to buy all the stuff that you did beforehand. Because if inflation goes up at a faster rate than your pay does, then what happens is you begin to run out of money, because all the things that you're buying I normally have to buy, so food, fuel, anything else that you want to buy. The price of it goes up, which means that if you have a set amount of money and you're having to spend more and more of it on the things that you already buy, you've got less and less extra. And that could actually get to the point where you don't have any extra and you actually don't have enough to pay for the bills because they've gone up by too much. Okay. Some jobs don't increase salaries with the rate of inflation. That's kind of what I'm describing there. So in this example, Joe had a salary of £14,000 in 2016. The salary in 2018 is now £14,400. The average rate of inflation is 2.5% each year. Does his new salary meet the rate of inflation? So how we'd work that out, we would have to work out year one, increase the 14,000 by 2.5%, and then get a new value, 14,350. And in year two, 2018, increase it by 2.5% again, add on and get a new total. So if Joe's wages had gone up with inflation, he would have been getting paid £14,708.75, but he's only getting paid £14,400. So he's £308 short. So what that means is that even though he's had a pay rise, he's actually, in real terms, worse off than he was in 2016, because his money isn't going to buy as much, because everything costs more. But yeah, you're going to have a look at your workbook and then complete task 5, activity 1, just example A, because that's the part that's on inflation. So an example similar to what was happening with Joe there.